Hey everyone, I'm Josh.
I'm Chris.
I'm Mumbles.
I'm Shamus.
And I'm Rutskarn, and here we are on Jedi campus during Welcome Week. It's a little empty, but it picks up once classes start.
This one time at Jedi camp?
Why are you not wearing the customary robes of the Jedi?
Kids these days aren't gonna get that joke, Shame.
Oh no! It's your first day at Jedi college and you're already getting in trouble!
Are you a Jedi?
My name is Belaya. I have come here to further
Who
my
are
learning
you?
the ways of the Force. Many Jedi come
Wow,
here to train
she's
under Master
instantly
Shaw.
adjusted
Only who
to your
belong the Orders
obvious
should truly
fucking
know this.
stupidity.
You must be neglecting
Is this person in
Look,
Jedi
you see me
robes in
wearing
the
these
Jedi temple? A Jedi?
Bastila. I have heard
Am
of
I
her.
not dressed like a
They say
nomad
she's
on
already
Tatooine?
mastered the art of
Obviously
battle
I'm a
meditation.
Jedi. Duh.
Remarkable in one so young. Though I've heard she has a foolish
That was an
pride in her own
interesting,
talents.
like, bit
As for
of
you,
wait,
You
what?
claim you are not
With
a Padawan?
the
I
prequel
find this
trilogy,
hard to
like
believe.
especially the Phantom Menace,
Force
where
is
like
strong within you.
in the
I can feel
original
its presence.
movies,
This is some type of jest.
the
It's
only
a
one
very
in
poor
Jedi
The
robes
Jedi Order is
was
not a subject for
Obi-Wan,
jokes.
and he was wearing them because he was a hermit in the fucking desert. But apparently that was just the Jedi uniform because you go into the Phantom Menace and now everybody's wearing them.
I didn't come here to be
I
scolded by
suppose you
you
did
is a
not.
great response to that.
Apologize. Please forgive the abruptness with which I first greeted
One
you.
of the main
Oh,
reasons
Oh
yeah.
wow,
why
she did
Perhaps
not
unfair.
fly off the handle at
My
that.
master often warns me that I must learn to control my emotions. I see I have much left to learn. I wish you a pleasant stay.
You,
here on
you remember the
Tatooine.
part of the
May
Star Trek
Force be with
reboot
you.
when the kids came in and they started messing with Spock trying to piss him off? You should do that to all these Jedi to see if you can make them mad.
Oh my god, that would be the perfect test for like any
What you
stupid
watching?
trolls. Is just to go to the Jedi temple and try to piss them off one by one.
For you inside.
Oh my god,
I like how
what
the
are you wearing?
angle is sometimes
They're waiting
different.
for you inside.
Oh, yeah, look at
Hey-
look at Karth's butt. Look at Karth's butt
Hey,
for Mumbles.
Master Rendu, I accidentally an entire glass of bantha
Okay.
milk. Is that dangerous?
It's not as good. His butt is not as nice as ours, right?
I know.
So you
That's
are
crazy.
the one who rescued Bastila.
Gotta do more squats.
Oh,
appropriate you are
my
here.
my
I'm
swords
really
are
glad
gone.
that they still have a
Discussing
fucking
your
Yoda on the
special
Jedi
case.
Council several thousand years
A
ago.
member of the
I like
Jedi
that you call it a
Also-
Yoda.
With me, our master.
What
There
else can you
is
call it?
no
Vandar.
there is
And
no
of course, the
species name
chronicler of
for
our
that.
academy.
Nobody knows
What?
anything about it. They've
That
been
is the
very
one
specific
line
about
I am
never
arbitrarily
expanding that.
drawn.
With.
Yeah.
Let's
So only
go.
in the
Suspicious
expanded
I
universe where
am.
there's not some ridiculous. I mean,
So at this
they've,
point,
they've
the
got
Star
a
Wars
backstory
community,
for the.
the Star Wars community has just sort of spitefully decided to call them Yodas, because fuck it.
We
So
need to
you've
call
drawn
them
me into your
something.
little trap, Bastila. What
is
now?
so-
What the fuck is
council
that
just
even
wants
supposed to?
Choose that answer.
There's much that needs to be discussed.
So, why is this one Twilight guy on the council have glistening head
Yes.
tentacles? Look
The
at
High
them.
Council
It
of the
looks like
Jedi
he
Order
just
is
oiled them.
unversed.
It is
But we
so
are the
gross.
council.
Yeah, you don't want to know, Shamus. I'll tell you when
Like
you're
the
older.
idea that they, like, you know, humans have hairspray and Twi'leks have tentacle spray.
Rutskarn, I will pay
Lord
you
of
$20
the
to lick that guy's tentacles.
We are
Like,
considering.
I would love it if there was just
Already
a
done.
giant, like, oily wet spot on his shirt underneath the tentacles.
Ew.
He just put on too much tentacle oil this morning.
And you just look at it
Or
and he's
maybe-
like, oh yes, stare why don't you? And you're like, I'm sorry, I do not know what's going on, I apologize, I'll leave you
What,
alone
you've
forever.
never seen a Twi'lek male in heat before? What's your problem, lady?
Ew.
And I've already related to you the events that took place on Terrace.
I have a glandular problem, okay? It's not very funny.
No, there is no light.
Did Bastos make the
There is
jerk-off
only
gesture?
force.
Hold the fuck up here.
Yeah, get used to
Oily
that.
tentacles is
it
like
is
their
wild
version
and
of
untamed.
dandruff for us.
Now that this power has
like,
begun
ooh,
to
gross, he has
manifest
oily
itself.
Okay.
Okay, so we're
I
talking
actually
over
really
some
like
kind of
this
important
part.
stuff here.
Yes. I actually really
Yeah,
like
we
this
were
part
talking
when I
about
first played it.
tentacles.
An open mind. Teaching a child is hard.
I was intrigued at where this was going. I know it seems pretty obvious in retrospect, and like, you know, even at the time that you'd become a Jedi, but I was intrigued at where this was going. Oh, yeah.
Success!
I had no idea what this game was about. I sort of played it in a vacuum. So when they were like, we're gonna make you a Jedi, I was like, what, really?
Many of our own people
Yeah,
are
me
leaving
too.
I guess
the
that's
Jedi
cool.
Order.
Yeah,
Follow
I had
the
no idea it was
Sith
coming.
Well,
I mean,
We need
How genre blind was I don't know.
Dead.
Are you
It's not
certain
like it
Revan
was.
is
It's
truly
not like
dead?
they didn't telegraph
What if we
this
undertake
earlier.
to train this one and the Dark
I
Lord should
was
return?
building my character to be
discuss this
basically
matter
a
more
female
fully
version
in
of Han
private.
Solo, and they're like, you get to be a
Bastila,
Jedi, and I
you
was
and your
like,
companion must
but
go.
I don't,
This is a
okay.
matter for the council alone.
Can I also just say that this scene does a really good job of making you feel really stupid later?
To your deliberations.
Yes.
Yeah, so there's a twist in this game, and they are super telegraphing that twist in that conversation. But it's it still worked though, because I had no idea that,
Oh no,
like,
it was a great twist.
I mean, it blindsided me the first time. So even with all that foreshadowing,
Game developers, a word of caution: your twist is bullshit unless you foreshadow it a lot.
Yep.
Like, the best kinds of
Do
twists are
not
the ones
twist
where you
for
can show like a
twists.
million clips and make the person feel increasingly stupid. Oh man, look at this fucking Final Fantasy Darth Malik here.
The ancient Jedi.
I love
What's
how
the Avatar
Revan is
doing?
little. I love how Darth Revan here is little. I think that's an interesting
Malik
design
is
choice.
like 8 feet tall, legitimately.
Yeah.
It's
But
it's
they didn't try
kinda
and
nuts.
they didn't try and make Revan the big imposing one. They left Revan to be the smaller, quiet one.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of reasons for that, but I still think it was a really good choice, letting Revan be super mysterious here.
Plus, like, Revan's a Jedi, right? And it's like,
First Bastila comes out looking like
a Jedi that wears that kind of shit is definitely up to something.
chambers before she left. It's no doubt.
But
No way.
important
That's
debate,
actually-
oily Twi'lek tentacles are.
I had a rough night.
I haven't exactly been sleeping well myself. Here I thought things would get better once we escaped Terrace.
I didn't
Wait,
sleep
who
at
did I
all.
have
Hey
last
yo, car, up top.
She didn't seem well, as I recall, and for that matter, neither do you.
Wait,
Are
you look at how far apart the two of you are. You know what? He's got those stupid goggles all zoomed
You
in,
got it.
and he doesn't realize you're 8 feet away.
Oh, you could play such a cruel prank by just like increasing the magnification of his goggles by 1 point every
Something
day.
seems to be bothering Karth.
Yes,
Speak to
what's on
Karth. Okay. Is this right now, with that urgent summons, a good time
I'm
to
all
ask
ears.
you about stuff?
Oh,
Oh, yeah!
Oh! Everybody, that
Flirt,
deafening
flirt,
thud
flirt.
you just heard was the sound of that character plot point just dropping like a sack of lead bricks.
Wow,
What are
that's
you gonna call me in
awful.
exchange?
This is awful.
Oh, don't say sexist worm or you'll
Dude,
ruin me
you have
forever.
to flirt.
I like the first part of that. I'm a bit
Let's
more partial.
swallow our pride and
Some pilot
flirt with the
galaxies.
Karth, man.
How about scoundrel?
Karth, I love your eyes and how they're constantly hidden by that Oculus Rift I made you wear.
I love how you're wearing that junk
Well, then I
store
guess
hardware on your
gorgeous will
face.
just
It
have
makes
to
you
do until
mysterious
then.
and blind.
But kidding aside, I bet you're not about to give up on those questions of yours.
Oh, fuck me.
Wow. Don't flirt with people like that, people of the internet.
yeah, you're
this is
hot.
not okay.
Hot.
And,
You think I'm hot too?
after we
Seriously,
just
don't
got
ask about
done
personal
coming
life.
up with incredibly cheesy nicknames for one another, are you interrogating me?
Carl, I feel so close to you that I don't want to tell you anything about my life
Nothing worth
or my
extracting.
feelings.
You're welcome to try. Let me ask you something first, though. I've been going through the battle aboard the Endar Spire over and over in my head since.
Look, lady, I'm wearing an
Some
Oculus
things
Rift
just
on my
don't add up
face
for me.
and my butt is
Maybe you
cold
could tell
because
me
my
that
pants are too
from
thin
your
in the ass. So maybe now's a bad time to give me a hard time.
From my perspective, Trask just fucking ate it, man. I don't even know. He just ran off like a dog after
Yeah,
a
I wasn't
steak.
really in a
was
position
on
to
board as an
understand
advisor.
anything. I woke up and I was like
Battled again so
naked.
fast, it's
There was
anybody's
this weird
guess
guy
as
in
to
my
what actually
room.
happened. We lost the ship and a lot of good people. And from what? On the hope that the Jedi powers would save
What
us?
the hell was the like? What was the mission? I never figured that out. And no, that's not a mission pun. What was the mission that they were actually on the Endar Spire? Why were they flying there anyway?
It's more
That's a
who
good
cares?
question.
you happen to be.
I haven't thought of that. It's been 10 years since this game came out. I haven't even thought about that.
I think they were looking for the cipher.
A smuggler.
Oh no, they were looking for the Mu relay.
Isn't it odd, however, that a smuggler who was added to the crew at the last minute just happens to be alive?
That is odd. Gee, I wonder if that has anything to do with the twist that it might happen later on in the...
It's ridiculous. You've more than proved yourself.
Yes, the twist is that you were smuggling these headsets to a bunch.
You were a smuggler that was being smuggled! The perfect crime!
I'm smuggling myself.
I never thought
on
I'd use them
ship.
for smuggling
Have you got any
myself.
cargo? Oh no, none. Can we examine the cargo hold? Of course. Can we examine the bridge?
Considering your connection with Bastila and the Jedi,
So, like, at this point, I'm like, huh, that is a good point. But the game kind of wants you to act like Karth is being paranoid, because most of your dialogue options are, that's ridiculous, Karth. Stop thinking, you're not good at it.
Ha ha ha, you're so silly. Look at that robot in the background. It's way more interesting than you. Here it comes
Really,
again.
Is that robot like his, or is that robot just dicking with him? Or is that Peter Dinklage?
It's just dicking around. It's just Wheatley.
I'm looking around for someone to revive as a guardian. You haven't seen
Try
any
something
corpses
and it'll
around,
be
have
the
you?
last mistake you ever make.
Oh man.
You handsome thug. I will
Should I
stab
say
you
that?
with these vibro blades.
Or
you
will
handsome
that break
thug.
the romance? I'm not even sure.
I only
I
say
have
this
no
to you once, Karth. Don't you ever fuck me. Don't you ever try to fuck me.
it has nothing.
Unless you try to fuck me.
I don't trust anyone. None of my reasons. And no, I'm not going to discuss them. So can we just keep our mind on more important
And
things?
he's like, there must be something
The
wrong
mission
with
is
my
like
headset,
just
'cause I'm-
2 feet away, like, huh?
Mission is just like
All right,
vomiting in a
You must be the
corner
most damn
somewhere.
persistent woman I've ever met. We'll talk about it, but later. Right
You
now,
must be
I
the
just wanna
most
get going.
damn persistent woman I've ever met. And
All
I've
right,
always thought it was
I
weird.
came.
I always
What's up?
thought it was weird that Karth keeps saying that to her. There's multiple times in this game where he's like, "You're so persistent." It's weird. It's a weird thing to say to someone.
Yeah.
And then he
Especially
doesn't
since,
say
you know,
anything. He's like,
you
all
get,
right,
like, 3
I
lines
give
of
in.
dialogue.
I'll finally
You're
tell
right.
you this thing you've been bothering me about at an unspecified time several weeks later. And you're like, okay, I'm so persistent that I will accept this.
Right? I think persistent is more like put a lightsaber to your neck and make you
Wait.
tell me the truth or I'll kill you. That's more persistent, I feel like.
Fail to tell me about your family bullshit, it'll be the last mistake you ever make.
So wait, how does she know that we shared a dream and it wasn't just her?
If Revan and Malak found something there.
She's magic. She's magic. She's a mage.
I don't know
Game
what
about magic.
Bastila is talking
We are
about.
taking an
Yes!
intolerable risk at even
Oh man, I
considering
didn't succeed this time.
Cannot deny what you are. These dreams are part of you.
It really just shows how, like, sketchy you can be and have them still train you, though.
Through training,
Yeah.
Yes.
we can teach you to live
I did
as
everything
one
I
with
could
the
in this point
Force.
of the game to try and get out of being trained as a Jedi, because I was like, no, I don't want to be a stupid Jedi, no. And they're like, but you have to.
It is a vision.
It's part
Yeah.
Is acting through you.
I want to be a Jedi. Train me in your magics.
I trust in your greater wisdom.
Help
No.
people.
Force. And each other.
Awesome. Do I get a lightsaber to
not
kill
unheard
people
of.
with?
Connections often form between master and student. But rarely does
Sometimes the
so
Force sends me dreams of fire.
Cannot ignore the
Cleansing fire.
Still are here to us. Together.
Ugh, you're Darth
You and
Creepy.
she are linked.
Yeah, I don't like
as is your
it. I
fate
don't like
to
it.
hers. Together, you two may be able to
So is
stop
that Frank
Darth
Oz?
Malak and the Sith.
But do not let your head be
No.
filled with visions of glory and
I don't
power.
think so.
Such thoughts are the
That's
path
like-
to
Well, now I'm
the dark
sad.
side. The way of the light is long and difficult, as you must learn.
That's like
It's a pretty
Frank
decent.
A to N.
Not all Yodas have the same voice, Camster. That's
It is
racist.
well that you see how
Oh, it didn't even say if I was successful.
You missed the episode where I called all Rhodians
Understand that there's little
Greedos,
choice in
so
this matter.
we've crossed that bridge a long time
Across
ago.
the galaxy, the numbers of our order dwindle.
Camster's just such a space
We are
racist.
making you a Jedi whether you want to or not. Also, being a Jedi is entirely contingent on patience and virtue.
Can we just call Camster Ashley for the rest of this show?
Wherever they are
For
found.
being a space racist. Mass Effect reference!
We're gonna
I
leave
did
you
it!
to die on Vermeer. Sorry,
Other
Camster.
Jedi have fallen from the light and embraced the dark side.
But I can do kind of an almost Yoda voice in a really bad, corny, you're funny uncle kind of way.
See, you said that, now
Do
you
it.
have to
to
do it.
But say something funny.
I did it earlier in the episode.
Do not fear, Jedi.
No, that's creepy, Sith! No, that's creepy!
That's just creepy, uncle. That's not funny, uncle. You got the wrong uncle, Rutskarn.
Ruins you dreamed of. Once the
Oh, my nephew
Perhaps
Chris.
there you will find some clue.
Okay, that's really
some
creepy.
Explanation of how
I don't like it. I really don't like it, bud.
Perhaps there you shall find a way to stop.
So, without
Wait, what's this video game we're watching?
without obliquely,
Yes.
okay. Oh my god, I'm really good at lying to Jedi. I thought this wasn't supposed, like, you're not supposed to be able to do this.
You didn't even have to wave your hand at him to fool him.
I'm better than a Jedi at mind tricks. Not to, not to directly state the twist, but, like, with that in mind, you kind of have to wonder if they had any choice at this point. To train you, to kind of, again, obliquely reference the twist that will show up later.
We must begin your training at once.
Oh my god!
You have
Are these, like,
destiny
really
upon
easy persuade checks or something?
to face.
This Yoda looks like
Or are
he's
they
a
just
burn
humoring
victim.
you?
Is upon you.
He does,
I can only
kinda.
hope you will prove up to the task.
The path you have chosen to walk is difficult. Intensive training will prepare
But you
physically
use
for the
double-bladed
demands of the
swords,
order.
Bastila.
Meditation will teach you to channel.
I also like how they could not be arsed to make a, like, backhand sword model.
You must open your mind.
Where's my training montage? Like, I had a
Also,
tiger
how
music,
fucking mad
goddamn.
you look at this book right now. God, motherfucking book, shit, ass. Oh, it's like 10 chapters. What the fuck?
You and Bastila share a
Oh,
special bond.
somebody was doing the moonwalk in the background there. What was that?
Your training.
When do I get to learn to do that?
The way of the Jedi is difficult. It requires.
I thought this was a cool sequence, though.
Yeah, sure.
Even though you
This
are
kind of montage
and
is
the
really
other thing
rare.
about this is, like,
unlimited.
and the other thing about the twist is, like, the game could have
In all my
not
years,
done
I
it,
have
and
never
it
seen
still
what was
would have
mastered the
worked
initial
as a
training.
story.
That's
There
a
would have
good
been
point, yeah.
little quibbles that, like, didn't make a lot of sense, and your presence would have seemed to be excessively convenient, but, you know, it still would have been able to function.
Yeah.
Soon your apprenticeship
I
will
love
end,
how
and you
angry
will be granted
Bastila
the
looks
title
about
of
all
Padawan.
this.
Yeah, you can't make a
lowest
twist
rank
that a
of
game
those within the
depends
Jedi
on
Order.
to work, because some people
you
will.
must prove
Somebody's
yourself worthy.
always going to figure it out, and then it'll just ruin the game for them.
I mean,
Either
the
that,
end
or
game
they
kinda
won't
depends
figure
on
it
but they
out,
could
and
have had
they'll
a
get
different
so
one.
mad at the contradictory plot that they'll just shut
You
down.
mention those names are
Well,
Yeah,
trying
good.
to
especially if
think
you
of
figure
a-
it out
But I
early.
suppose it is just as dangerous to deny
I guess
they were ever part
Bioshock
of the
had a
Order.
twist,
When I was
kind
still on
of.
Coruscant,
Yeah, I guess
Revan and Malak
Bioshock.
often came to me
That
for
was not the
position
best
I
twist I've ever
Technically,
seen.
it was a twist.
I guess,
Revan's
yeah.
hunger to learn seemed
Spec
insatiable.
Ops.
I should have recognized
Spec
this in
Ops,
the
that whole
warning
game
sign.
is just a
But I
giant
perceived
fuck
the young
you to your
Padawans
mind.
lost
Oh, I thought you
soul,
said
and
Black
body.
Ops, and I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
Black Ops sort of has a
Revan was
twist.
my most promising.
The twist
no,
is
It is
it's
an
not
example
very
of a
good.
twist that does
But
not
Spec
need to
Ops-
happen for the game to be just about as intact as it is.
The
But
Jedi
Spec Ops
Order
doesn't
moved too
really
slowly for
turn
Revan.
on a single twist.
We
I
were
mean, it
too
kind of has
cautious
one when
in
it reveals what
It's more like a
Conrad.
horror
We sought to
game.
learn far quicker.
Yeah,
than
it's
the
more like a
Jedi.
slow.
Guys,
It's a slow slide in Spec Ops.
Yeah,
into
Beginner's Guide
madness.
definitely.
It's like a horror. Yeah, Spec Ops is like a horror game with even worse mechanics than most horror games.
To defeat the enemy of the Republic.
Jade
But the
Empire,
Council
pretty good
felt it
twist.
best if we moved with care and caution. The true
Yeah, but you're the only person in the entire world that
You
played that
love
game, so...
Jade Empire, Shamus.
Revan would not be dissuaded. Charismatic and powerful,
I actually
it was
have a
inevitable
boxed copy
many
of
the
Jade
Order would
Empire,
flock to
and while we
Revan's
do the
seemingly
show, I
noble
rub it gently
cause.
against my
Malak was
face.
the first to join his closest friend.
Oh, I thought you were
I
going to say
believe it.
something
Others
else.
soon followed. Many of our youngest and brightest, intent on
Well,
saving
not during
the
the
galaxy
show,
from a
Josh.
Mandalorian
That'd
threat.
be inappropriate.
Are you sure? I mean, don't you play Minecraft during the show, too?
Shut up.
I should be going now. Just in the middle of this history.
I'll just be running along now.
To disregard the council's wishes. I do not know what happened to Revan.
Anyway, so this is kind of
he does not
reiterating what
even break
happened
stride.
The Outer Rim.
with Revan and Malik, which this game doesn't really have a great concept of what the hell was going on with them. Like, it's important to remember, like, to realize how much of the, like, Revan backstory and Revan as a character was filled in and enhanced by the sequel. In this game, the story is basically,
you have learned much.
Revan and Malik defeat the Mandalorians, and then they go into the unknown regions and turn evil for some reason, and that's about it.
And focused mind. When you
they
feel
use
that
the
you are ready
unknown
to
regions way
training,
too much in this game
know that you can
series.
find me
Like in
here.
all of the
in
games.
Star Wars in general, dark side points gained. What?
On the one hand, yes, but on the other hand, the last thing Star Wars needs is more known regions.
I guess.
They
what
ran
am I
off to
doing here?
Tatooine again.
Show me a statistical comparison of the three classes. This is totally in universe.